replica has to be the key to his motive. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, there's 3 more. Or let's just bring on. All hot and bothered about him. Yeah. Everything and everyone gets checked. Okay, I think there's actually 2 places to present it, but okay, I think it's this. Borginia Customs is very thorough, everything and everyone gets checked, and hey man, there's a way to get Q's out there, I'd sure like to know. I might be wrong about this, but I'm gonna be presenting it on this. Remember this? A gift from Lamar sent from Borginia, Berlin right out of the concert. Remember what Clavier said about how he got the guitar over? Yeah. Objection! Actually, there is one way. What? Or what? Or whatever you want to say in his voice. One way to get something out of the country. No checks. What is it? You become a prosecutor. Wait, so does that mean if I want to get rich quickly, I become a prosecutor? A prosecutor? Sweat, sweat, sweat. I don't believe it! Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office? More flashbacks. That was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamoire. How did it get up here? How did it end up here? I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Borginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lamoire's studio. And I used the special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several seats and vacuum packed in Borginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying the guitar was... With cocoons this small, it would have been very easy to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Borginia! What? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin. Awesome music. That guitar has some work done on it recently, right? Work? Good memory here, forehead. Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called a sound hole. Well, they found something attached to the foot just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. Broken? Device? Yes, this, in fact. An igniter! Exactly. Consider this if you will. What if the igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside the guitar? You mean... He means this, of course. Or the real thing, anyway. There was a way to get Cocoon out of that country. They could use Picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. And who better to do that than someone with access like a member of the band? His hair dries just insane. Okay, it's order. So the igniter was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems. And what's a safety precaution? A precaution? Air forehead. At last, it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lamoire's ballad, if you please. There's a maestro in the court. What? First, my keys were stolen, a harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case. The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. What's that? Mr. Latus. Oh, Miss Latus, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He only had to check the shipping records. So, Miss Latus tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon were confiscated, then the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Press the switch now! The guitar burst into flames and the cocoon was lost. Wow, perfect timing anyway, because it says it was burned right when Lamore says the word fire. Or around there anyway. And then Miss Latus died, with Lamore there to witness it. There's her case. Brilliant, man! Detective Crescent? I gotta know, you make all that up on the fly? For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Daryan. Feh! The Republic of Borginia? Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there. True, you haven't. Ha! Let's see you make up a story for that, kid! How to hide the cocoon in the first place, huh? It's not so hard to imagine. You had help. A Borginian accomplice. That's all. Wait, what? Seriously? That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lamar heard proves it. It's over. Press the switch now. You made this transmission from backstage. Well, your co-conspirator was on stage. But who was it? This is it. The coup de grace. And for once I know what I'm doing. There's only one person who could have helped him. Let's see. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned. With a great accusation comes great responsibility. Make up your accusation, or make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice? Well, this is easy. Who else is a Borginian? Who else is a Borginian? And who else is in Lamar who was on the ceiling, you know? There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice. And that person is the defendant, Machi Tobai! But Mr. Justice, he's your client! A defense attorney accusing his client? That's a new one! I assure you, no one else is more unhappy about this than I am. Well, no, I think Machi would be more unhappy than you are. Unhappier, sorry. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Miss Latus, and I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. Indeed, the defendant is Borginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was, in fact, Lamar? It could have been. Well, you seem sure of yourself. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Electronic signals? Recall that this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, that's true. Now, think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lamar was in the air vent. Why would it be Lamar if she heard the Daryan says press the switch now? What about the dressing room where the shooter stood? Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote could reach in the air vent. From the air vent. Okay, so Lamar's in the air vent. Well, looking at this, it seems that Lamar still could have done the deed. No, when the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. Oh yeah, it was in the middle of the guitar Serenade. The part of the stage was raised. Prostate Gavin and the Lamar Stanton were in the air. They were on a tire, which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lamar's position in the air vent. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I remember before I had no idea what he was talking about because Lamar Stanton is fake, right? And it was just confusing. I was confused before about this part, but now I understand it because someone told me. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say to that? Your Honor. Yes, Detective? Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time? Again? We've seen that video so many times already. Well, I don't see why not. Well, what? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. Fire. When I was saying the other time, I was kind of quiet and kind of tired, so it was kind of bad, but whatever. Too bad, so sad, punk. But punk? First you were sleaze, then kid, now punk. And Spike earlier. You're losing rank fast, Apollo. What exactly were we supposed to see in this video? The problem isn't what we see, correct, Daryan? Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians after all. And why didn't he tell us, use the mixing board instead of the video? Care to explain for us non-musicians? Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the wee pianist to set off that igniter? That right? Yes. Well, in order to do that, he'd have to press the switch. Am I right? Okay. Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano. Piano? I still can't believe that was Valley Grimari. This Lamar standing. What seems to be the problem there? The piano sounded just fine. And that's the problem, man. You still don't get it? Yeah, how's he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing? You've got Miss Diva, guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the diva. Even the, Lamar standing. Well, you saw her hands, so of course she wouldn't be pressing the switch. Lamar. But according to you, she couldn't have pressed this she couldn't have been the accomplice, couldn't she? Use your foot, maybe? I don't know. Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out if they couldn't even press the switch. Arg. His facial expression is just too hilarious for words. Piano plays non-stop. Can we see the mixing board, please? He can't press that switch. Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire. Well, it's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes. Apollo, were you wrong? I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just... Strange. What's strange? No, it's just... something's odd about the performance there. Odd? Mr. Justice, if Machi told I didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. You got the facts wrong, man. I hate Daryan. He's so mean to us. Here's a fact for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes. Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Machi told by the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought. Apollo, if Machi is not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined. I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch. Well, you better find a way to prove it. Arg! What do I do? What do I do? Ack! There has to be something that doesn't fit. Something's odd. Something odd? Wait a second. What? You thought of something? What was Gavin saying just now? More